Welcome to the Auto Draft Show presented by Burger Bar. Use promo code BIGTIMEBURGER with an A for 10% off your next order. Excludes alcohol. Joe, missed you last week. That's all right, though. We had Cooney to fill in. How was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty low key, to be honest. Didn't do too much, watched a lot of football, tossed around a lot of money.
Yeah. Did you, how'd you do?
On the football day games, I went 1-1. So I hit on the Redskins, easiest win of my life maybe. And unfortunately, I picked the Lions, who just got curb stomped by the Texans.
That's tough. I saw your setup there. That looks sick. What was it, like an outdoor patio? You guys put like a tent over? Or?
Yeah. So we got like a couple of tents. I got a couple of indoor heaters and like brought a TV outside, and we were just streaming football and college basketball and hanging out, having a few drinks, nice and socially distanced.
Nice. Who do you like for college basketball this year?
It's tough. It's tough because the way last season ended, it's almost tough to remember who was right there. I mean, Gonzaga, it's tough not to like them. Their team, I always say, whenever I'm thinking about betting on Gonzaga, I'm like, if they're not covered, at any point they can just pop off on a 10-0 run, and they're doing great. So I like Gonzaga. Baylor's another tough team. They haven't lost anybody, so I like them. I'm a big Duke fan, but I think they're going to be down this year. Kansas, I like Kansas. They're always in it. I'm not a fan of Kentucky, to be honest. I think they're too young, and this is a year when you need experience and some leadership, and I don't think they have that. So that's just like a quick little rundown. I mean, there's so many teams out there that I could talk about. I love West Virginia. URI Rams. They're going to be coming hot out of the A-10 this year. It's pretty wide open. I like this year. I'm excited.
Is our boys uncle still coach there at URI?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Shout out Rams.
Shout out Rams is right. Well, how'd your fantasy team do last week?
I had a solid week, but I went up against Derrick Henry and Will Fuller, combination of 5 touchdowns. So I didn't have a shot.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Tyreek Hill, so basically I just mailed it in after about 1 o'clock games were over. I didn't even play 2 running backs. I didn't even have 2 running backs. My team was just dismantled with COVID, so and I didn't really want to drop anyone because of the value. So I was like, I'll take this one on the chin. I'm like, hopefully I have a couple guys that I'm like, they could pop off, and then Tyreek Hill had like 50 points, so that really helped the boys out. So we're still in the win column, and we're chugging forward, and I don't know, I'm just navigating through all these cancellations, and like this COVID postponement's killing me right now.
Yeah, right now I'm in a 3-way tie for the last playoff spot going to this week, which is the last week for the regular season for fantasy, so it's going to be like Selection Sunday in college basketball. Who is in and who's out?
Yeah, it's going to be unreal. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
That kind of brings me to my next kind of table for the subject. Duds of the week. Derek Carr, 0.6. No surprise there. Kind of feel bad. Cooney put him in his Draftkings lineup. That really hurt you.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah, right? How about Jared Goff? 3.06. What are your thoughts on that?
I always thought that he's a joke. He's a bum.
Yeah, I've never really bought the hype train at all. I think it's more Sean McVay playing kind of a Madden-style quarterback with that headset. I just think he just controls Jared Goff and just tells him where to throw the ball. And I think if you leave the decision-making up to him, that's what happens. You get 3.06.
Yep.
But what do you think about Alvin Kamara? 5.2 points.
Yeah, I think not having Drew Brees is hurting him. Not having Drew Brees is hurting him.
Yeah, I just think with Taysom Hill and that Wildcat formation they got over there, I don't think he's going to dish the ball to Alvin Kamara. I think he's either going to run it or he's going to throw it. I don't think there's ever going to be a hand.
I agree. If the Saints are going to run the ball, it's going to be Taysom Hill.
Yeah, which could be a sneaky play in fantasy. I had a buddy who got a W because they counted him as a tight end, so he doubled down on quarterback.
Yeah. I don't want to get started on that because I felt very strongly that was stupid.
Greasy, right?
This was my opinion on it. ESPN came out and said if it's overpowered, we'll change it next week. And then they changed it the next week, which means clearly it was overpowered. Like they fucked up. I know ESPN is free, but they should know. People put thousands of dollars on these leagues each year. You can't screw it up with that. And second, if they had kept it, I wouldn't have had a problem. They said, nope, Taysom Hill's can stay as tight end. I would have been like, all right, that's fine. But the fact that they went and switched it the week after, it made me know that it was just such a greasy.
No consistency, and that tells you everything you need.
Yeah, Yahoo Sports Fantasy only had him the quarterback.
Yep, I respect Yahoo Sports even more now.
Yep.
I have ESPN. I do like it, but it's bullshit. I also have kind of a little beef with them a couple years ago. Ben Roethlisberger took like a knee, which is clearly like a 5-yard loss because he like ran it back, and they didn't deduct points. And I lost, so I got a bone to pick with them. But this one, next guy, Damian Harris, New England Patriots, 4.7. That kind of hurts. I have him on my team, so luckily I didn't play him. I just didn't see the value in him last week. I just assumed it's going to be a lot of Cam Newton going forward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially when they're going to run the ball. They want him running because he's not throwing the ball too much.
Yeah, no, it's basically the Navy offense versus every NFL team. It's just triple option and just run. I think Bill loves that. That's what he grew up on, the Navy offense. I'm sure he just hates passing the ball because he's a big field position guy. So what's the best form? Milk the clock, have good position, kick some field goals, and just win on defense.
Play defense.
Yeah, I think he loves that style. Noah Fant, 1.3. I don't know. You can't really do too much when you have a wide receiver playing quarterback, but that was terrible to watch. Did you see the game?
No, I didn't watch any of that game, but it's sick that the Patriots lost to that team.
And I know. They got karma, though, because that was such a bullshit way they lost, too, because everyone was out because of COVID. That would have been a great win for us. We would have been sitting like in a pretty decent spot kind of going into these last couple weeks of the NFL season. But karma, I think so. And you know the funniest point is I made like a couple days ago? Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham have more completions than you, and they've thrown less passes. So figure it out, okay?
Sad.
Like, I could have done a better job, okay? Flag football, back-to-back, 2-time champ.
Not
a big deal. Okay, call me. You can see my Madden Twitch highlight tape. You know the deal. But, all right. Sleeper starts. This is one of my favorites. I picked 2 for this week. Robert Tonyan, Green Bay Packers. They play the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly, they're ranked 25th in the league in stopping tight ends. And we all know the NFC, is it the East, Joe?
Yes, NFC East.
NFC East stinks. Every team in the league stinks. I don't know why anyone else isn't ripping that league apart. It seems like they all just want to go after the Patriots nowadays, but NFC East stinks. I'll carry the torch and defend the Patriots. So
I'm wearing my Patriots jersey today, actually. Nice little Tom Brady stitched jersey.
I love it. How you darn, TB12, drink some water. But, yeah, I like Robert Tonyan. He's pretty cheap in Draftkings, too. A little foreshadow for what's coming up next. But, yeah. And then my other one, Miami defense, going up against Cincinnati. We all know the deal. Joe Burrow's out. Mm-hmm. And they stink.
Yeah,
so
they're the old Bengals again. Not that they weren't the Bengals already this year, but they're the Bengals. Not much more else to say.
See you next year. 2021 is going to be your year, guys. Don't worry.
That's what everybody says.
Exactly. Just milk it from here. But I like that Miami defense. I think they're dangerous. And I love the fact that Cincinnati was terrible and they were limping through games. But that's only because Joe Burrow kept them in it.
Yep.
What about you, Joe? You got any sleepers you got your eye on?
I got one sleeper. I got Henry Ruggs. They're going up against the Jets. The Jets have mailed it in. I think it's a get-right game for the Raiders. I think Henry Ruggs is very cheap on DraftKings. Again, a little bit of foreshadowing. I think there's going to be some great value there going up against the Jets.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, now, one of my other favorites is Joe and I are going to look at some of the games from Sunday, and we're going to see which starters sit. So we're going to start with the quarterback position. Patriots versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Cam Newton versus Justin Herbert. Who would you start?
This is a tough one because I don't necessarily believe in Cam Newton as a quarterback, and I do believe in the Patriots defense.
That's right, baby.
But I think I'm going to go Cam Newton. In fantasy, I think I'm going to go. I hate to go back and forth like this. Very indecisive. I think I'm going to go Justin Herbert, just for the fact that I think that he'll get some like late garbage fantasy points.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. See what this is? This is a fantasy football ring, okay? You know what that says? I don't suck. So I'm going to go Cam Newton. I have no faith in a rookie quarterback against Big Bill Belichick. That is his bread and butter. And I think Cam gets at least one rushing touchdown. He probably has around maybe 18 to 20 range point-wise, and I bet Justin Herbert has 12. So Cam Newton is who I'm going with for that matchup.
I like it.
Nice. Now, running backs. This is a good one. Hold on. Oh, yes. Perfect. All right. Start or sit. Nick Chubb versus Derrick Henry.
Oh, it's Derrick Henry all day. He's a beast. He's a beast. Nick Chubb, I mean, I don't believe in the Titans defense, but I certainly don't believe in the Browns, and they're not stopping Derrick Henry.
Okay. I went Nick Chubb. I just don't see that Titans front really doing anything substantial. I think Nick Chubb's a beast, and that Browns defense doesn't get enough credit. They're actually in a sneaky good positioning right now to have a nice little playoff run.
They are, for sure.
I think this is one of the games where Derrick Henry just doesn't make it work, and Nick Chubb has a field day running all over that Tennessee Titans defense. So Nick Chubb for running back in that matchup. All right, wide receiver, Marvin Jones Jr. versus Allen Robinson. Chicago versus the Lions.
I'm going to take Marvin Jones just because I think the Bears are going to start to quit. So I think that could be a good day for the Lions.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing. I think this is the day where Mitch does Mitch things, and the Bears defense carrying that team all year just says, fuck it, packs it in.
Yep.
And I just see Marvin Jones. I just don't see Mitch Trubisky getting the ball to Allen Robinson. I just think that the odds are in the favor of Detroit because at least they have Matt Stafford, who's a really good quarterback. And Marvin Jones is obviously a pretty decent wide receiver. They do have an interim coach, but I just think that Mitch Trubisky is not a very good quarterback, and I don't think Allen Robinson's getting the rock today. But that is one that we did agree on.
I agree. Yeah, we've had a lot of clashing so far, but
that's right. It's gonna be an interesting Sunday. I will say that. All right, tight end position. We got Robert Tonyan for the Green Bay Packers versus Dallas Goedert, Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm gonna take Tonyan for the Packers because Carson Wentz throws like paper airplanes out there. He doesn't even know where it's going. And I think Ertz might be coming back too, so I think that might take some away from him a little bit. Not that I don't think Ertz is great either, but I think that'll take some away, so I'm going to go with the Packers and Tonyan.
I have 100% confidence in Aaron and 0% confidence that old Carson Wentz can get the job done. So I think Aaron finds him a lot. Plus, Philly is ranked 25th in the league in defending tight ends, so that's a juicy little stat for you. I think he shreds them. So,
all right, I like it.
I like it a lot. All right, Draftkings lineup. This is where Joe and I like to go back-to-back on the, what is it called? The Classic?
Classic, yep. We got 12 games this week. 12 games, 1 and 4 o'clock.
1 o'clock showdown. All right, Joe, start us off. Who do you got?
So we were just absolutely pooping on this man. But I'm going to pick him. I'm going with that quarterback. You're going to laugh. Derek. I can't even say it.
Derek Skidmark Carr, baby.
I'm with him for the same reason I said Henry Ruggs. It's a get-right game. I'm playing against the Jets. I think he'll be looking to put up some numbers.
All right, I like it. I'm going to go Kirk Cousins. They play Jacksonville. If you follow the paper trail, Jacksonville is trying to lose. So if you're trying to get that close to, if not the #1 spot, what are you probably going to do in this game? Get shredded by a guy named Kirk Cousins. So their defense is ranked 29th right now. So I think it's a perfect marriage. And Kurt needs some stats. That's what he does. He pads stats against the shitty teams, and against the good teams, he's nowhere to be found. So this is a Kirk Cousins type of day.
Yep, I agree. That's a good pick. Good value there, too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see here. Running back. I'm going to go with Chris Carson going up against the Giants. Again, the old NFC East stinks. Chris Carson back from injury. He looked really good last week. I think he can keep it up at $6,300. I like it. He's my running back.
I like it. I was looking at him too. I almost picked him. I went with Nick Chubb. I just felt like if I was gonna talk about him so much, I might as well back it up, throw him in my Draftkings if I have that much faith in him. I do think he's gonna shred Tennessee this weekend. He was a little expensive, but they're ranked 26 in defending the run, so I like that. I'm a big stats guy. All right, who do you got? RB?
All right, my second running back. It sounds ugly, but I'm going to go with Miles Sanders. Going against Green Bay, who is awful at defending the run. I think last week should have been an eye-opener for the Eagles that they got to get the ball to Miles Sanders more. So hopefully they saw what I was seeing. He has a better day this week, especially against that Packers defense with a lot of holes in the running. That's stopping the run.
Yep. I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor. I don't know if you know, but old Philip Medicine Ball Rivers is the check down king. So I see a lot of swing passes to old Jonathan Taylor. It's kind of like how I used to play NCAA Football 14. Hail Mary play, and then you just have the running back run like a quick 5 yards and in every time. He's wide open. So that's kind of how Philip runs this sort of offense, and I think he has a huge day in the backfield.
I like it. All right.
Receiver #1.
First running back, I'm going to go with DJ Chark Jr. Okay, I know Jacksonville stinks, but Minnesota defense is nothing spectacular. And 5,400. He's good value because I've got some expensive players in my lineup, so I had
yeah, you bougie this week. You're gonna make it rain. I like it. I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson, 6,900 Minnesota Vikings. If Kirk Cousins is gonna have a field day, I gotta have a big enough ball sack to draft a wide receiver too. So I figured Justin Jefferson would be the guy he's gonna be throwing the ball to. And he's been electric these last couple days. So I think he will have a great day in the air. 26 ranked passing defense. So check that out. All right, wide receiver #2.
All right, we're seeing the same thing. I picked Jefferson as well for all the same reasons that you just rattled off.
Yep, I think that's a no-brainer. I like it. Can't go against the Parlay Professor. So I got Cooper Kupp. I just feel like this is one of the random games that Goff might go off. He's playing a team that's ranked 25th in passing offense, and I just assume that if the Patriots can beat you with Cam Newton, then I think Jared Goff might have a field day against this defense. So I think it's going to be a great little marriage there. Who do you got for wide receiver #3?
Yeah, I got my fantasy sleeper, Henry Ruggs. I've got Derek Carr going against the Jets for a get-right game. I think that maybe we can get one nice long bomb to Ruggs, get him going. Maybe a TD, and he should have a decent day, especially at $4,500.
Yep, I also went with Henry Ruggs. Earlier this week, I dropped he's a must-start of the week. I think it's just a juicy lineup. I think this is the bounce-back game they have. I like Henry Ruggs. They're playing a team that's ranked 24th, and if you watch the Patriots game, if the Pats can beat you, I will go all in on that defense cannot stop shit. So I think this is going to be a sneaky dark horse play for this weekend. All right, tight end, who do you got?
All right, this is the tough one for me to sit here, but I'm going with Gesicki, the tight end for Miami, going against the old Bengals there. Again, they're packing it in. No more Joe Burrow. He's really cheap at tight end. Fitzpatrick is back, so Fitzpatrick has been playing, so he's going to be slinging the ball all over the field. I'm going to hope for some Fitzmagic there, and we can get Gesicki a TD and a good amount of yards and receptions.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great pick. I went with Robert Tonyan. I had to put my money where my mouth is. If I'm going to back it up, might as well walk the walk, talk the talk. I do like the fact that they're playing the Philly defense that's ranked 25th in stopping tight ends, and Aaron Rodgers is their quarterback, so I have a lot of faith in that guy. So flex spot, who do you got, Joe?
All right, I'm going with this guy. I'm not even sure if he's a human. I'm going with DK Metcalf. He's an expensive guy, 8,200, but I think going against the Giants, there's no way that they're going to be able to stop that man. I think he's going to have another big day. It just seems like every single week he's just guaranteed to have a solid day for you.
He's gotten a ton of shit in that rookie year and kind of in the combine being real slow, but the guy is a beast. I feel bad for every team that passed on him, including the Patriots.
Because
N'Keal Harry
isn't even good at blocking.
The gift that keeps on giving the whole year. I really appreciate that. So thanks, Bill, for seeing that one. Thank you. Great at defense, not at picking receivers. But I'm going to go with Gesicki. I love the fact that Fitzmagic's playing. And you know, Fitzmagic, I said it last week, sniped it. Again, he's going to find him corner of the end zone, double coverage, doesn't matter. He just throws it as hard as he can, and he just finds him, okay? So back-to-back, I think it's going to be nice. And that Cincinnati, mail it in, and they're ranked 32nd in the league on defending tight ends. So field day. All right, Joe, defense, who you got?
All right, so I'm going to be honest with everybody. It's probably a terrible pick, but based to have all the players I wanted, I had to pick them. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're the cheapest defense, $2,000. I don't put too much stock in defense. Maybe it's stupid, but I'm just going with the Jaguars, hoping they can contain the Vikings and not ruin my team. But they're only 2,000, so I had to do it.
Well, realistically, all you need is a couple turnovers, and that's where you get your money back.
Yeah, especially without Captain Kirk out there. And Dalvin Cook has been known to fumble a lot too, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a turnover or two out of the Vikings.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that play. I went with the Miami defense. They're 4,400, but I just think you're going up against the Bengals. I think they have at least 2 INTs, maybe even a forced fumble. The Bengals, they're in shambles. They don't know what's happened in that program. And it's just going to be one of those days where no one wants to play. You're just not looking forward to the game, knowing you're going to get killed. You're leaving a cold weather environment to go down to sunny Miami. You're going to be huffing and puffing with that humidity. I don't think you're going to handle it. So, Miami defense, I'm expecting big things for you. All right, Joe. This segment is one of my favorites. The Parlay Professor.
All right, I'll run down my picks, and then I'll give you the Parlay Professor parlay to end the week. Okay, so my first pick, I'm going Patriots plus 1.5. This is a must-win game for them. I think that this is one that they can't let the Chargers fuck up their season. They can stay alive. They're in the hunt. Patriots plus 1.5. There's nothing worse than a hungry Bill Belichick and a shot to get in the playoffs. 2, I'm going to go Saints -3 versus the Falcons. Falcons are heating up. I think the Saints are the thing that they just need to cool them down. I got Saints -3. Next game, Lions versus Bears. I think the Bears have quit. Lions got interim head coach coming in. I'm going Lions +3. I'm going to keep scrolling here. What's my next note? Okay, I'm going to go, we got Rams versus Cardinals. I think the Cardinals have a bounce-back game. They need a win to keep their playoff spot. I got Cardinals -3 at home versus the Rams. And then I'm going to go over to Monday night. I'm going to take the football team +7 versus the Steelers. I think the Steelers are due for a loss.
That's right, baby. I'm not buying the hype train on the Steelers. I was going to ask you that. Are you buying the hype?
No, I'm not buying it. I'm taking Redskins +7. They need this. They're in an actual playoff hunt. The Steelers are just coasting to the AFC bye. I think Washington gets them. Again, on Monday night, we got Bills +1 at the 49ers. And I'll tell you this right now. This line makes 0 sense. I should hammer the Bills. So I'm going to pick the 49ers at home. Not even at home. They're playing in Arizona. I'm taking Cardinals -1. It's a funky pick, but I like it. And then I'm going to go Cowboys +7.5 versus the Ravens. I think the Ravens are in shambles, and somehow, some way, I think the Cowboys can go on some weird hot run and win their division, or somehow do it. So I'm going to take Cowboys +7.5.
I like it.
Okay, so the Parlay Professor's Parlay. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 teams. Patriots +1.5. Lions +3. And where's that last one? And I'm going to go Cardinals -3. Okay, so Patriots +1.5. Bears +3. Cardinals -3. That's the Parlay Professor's Parlay.
I love it. I love it. I'm fired up. I'm going to even throw some coin on that action. I trust you.
That would be
recently.
That is 6-to-1 odds. So if you bet $100, you would win $600. Or if you bet $10, you'd win $60.
Hello, Christmas gifts. Well, that's the end of our show. Be sure to check out the Autodraft Show website and our Twitch stream Wednesdays at 8:30. Finally remastered that shit, so it's looking nice. So definitely check it out. Definitely check out the Parlay Professor's picks. They'll be posted on our Instagram, the Autodraft Show. And if you got some time, go over to Burger Bar. Use promo code BigTimeBurger with an A for 10% off your next online purchase. Excludes alcohol.